Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, Wooden Railway Adventures, Episode 125, Harvey's Second Chance. Harvey was feeling depressed. Every day he would sit in the yard and wait for a job. It was boring, and he felt terrible. Oh dear, he thought, I'll never have a job on Sodor ever again. I'm as useless as a load of scrap. Harvey had been brought to Sodor as a demonstration for the railway board. It had been a success, and Harvey was allowed to stay. However, in the recent years, Harvey's jobs had dwindled down to all but nothing. When there was an accident, the engines would immediately go look for Rocky or the breakdown train, not Harvey. Although the number of accidents was relatively the same, the number of Harvey's jobs was not. He now sat in a siding in the yard, doing little to no work. Some days, his driver and fireman would even show up for work. They knew Harvey wasn't going to do anything anyway. The engines felt sorry for Harvey. He was nice and kind, but they didn't know what to do. So Topham Hatt hadn't been seen in quite some time, so they couldn't talk to him about it. I don't know what to do, said Thomas one day. Harvey is a hard worker, and he loves the island, but we can't fix the fact that there's no work for him. Agreed, said Gordon. I suppose we could let Harvey clean up the accidents, rather than go to Rocky for help. Still, said Stanley, we engines run on a very strict schedule. We don't have time to go looking for Harvey when Rocky is sitting right there. Plus, the breakdown train is faster than Harvey. One crane versus one engine. The odds are with the breakdown crew for sure. You're all crazy, said James. How? Said Stanley. Feeling sorry? For Harvey? Huh, he deserves it. Now what did Harvey ever do to you to make you so upset, James? He didn't do anything, said James. But come on, he's just lazy. All he does is sit in the yard. No lazy engines are allowed on Sir Topham Hatt's railway. You're the one to talk, said Stanley, but he said it to himself. James, said Gordon, the reason he sits in the yard is because he has no work. Whatever you say, said James. Hey, and about time Harvey gets out and stretches his wheels. He's, a little bit chubby, if you get my meaning. That sent the engines overboard. Stanley stormed away without saying a word, and Thomas was cross as well. He gave him a long glare before exiting the yard. Gordon was furious. You know, James, he said, sometimes you can be very rude. Try thinking before you speak, would you? And with that, Gordon was off. Ha! Whatever, said James. I could care less about what you all think. It's the truth, and you know it. But nobody was listening. James pretended this hadn't happened, and he puffed away proudly. On his way to the station, he saw Harvey. James looked for another way to go, but it was too late. Harvey had spotted him. Hi, James, said Harvey innocently. Hello, Harvey, said James. I see you're still up to the same thing you were doing a few weeks ago. How's life in the yard? No need to be rude, said Harvey. It's all right. Ha, said James. If you say so. Anyway, I would love to stay and chat, but I'm off to pull a special train. Goodbye. And with that, James was away. He left behind a big, thick cloud of smoke. said Harvey. Even though James is mean, at least he has a job. I would give anything to pull a special train. Every Wednesday, James takes the afternoon train from Knapford Station. But today was different. James was taking a very special train. Instead of departing from the regular side of Knapford, James was supposed to leave in the opposite direction, as he had to travel to Tidmouth before making his way to Elsbridge Station, where Gordon would pick up the train. James, however, was so caught up in impressing Harvey that he forgot about this. He buffered up to the train on the wrong side of Knapford Station, but James thought it was the right side. He was at ease and decided to take a short nap before departing. He saw the guard off to the side, but he didn't mind. Oh well, said James, the guard's probably confused or something. He'll make his way to the back of the train before I leave. Soon it was 3 o'clock, and the station master was cross. James had yet to appear at the front of the train. Figures, said the station master. James must have run off and gotten a special washdown or something. But never mind. Guard, we need an engine. Where's James? Asked the guard. Not here, obviously, and this train can't be late. There's a reason there's a special coach here. A VIP. Very important passenger. Oh, said the guard, you're right. This train can't be late, but there's no other engines around. Except for Harvey. Way over there. He'll have to do, said the station master. Send him over at once. When Harvey heard about the news, he was very happy, but also shocked. Luckily, his driver and fireman had shown up that day, and soon Harvey pulled into Knapford Station. Oh my, said Harvey, this is almost too much. Hello, Mr. Station Master. Hello, said the station master. Harvey, good thing you're in the yard. James has yet to show up for this train right here. I don't know what we'll do with that engine. Anyway, are you ready to leave? I guess, said Harvey. do you have any pointers? Pointers? Oh, since you've never pulled coaches before? Yes, said Harvey. I'm only a crane engine, sadly. The station master smiled. Don't worry, he said. You'll do just fine. James seems to manage on his own, so, well, it can't be that hard. Anyway, just don't bump the coaches and you'll do well. All right, said Harvey. Thank you very much. On the opposite side of Knapford Station, James had just woken up from his nap. What is the meaning of this? He said crossly. It's 3:05. I'm 5 minutes late. I must leave right now with my important train. Just then he saw the guard walking up. Wonder what the guard's doing at the front of the train. Oh well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. The guard was indeed at the back of the train, but James had gotten it mixed around. He saw something red out of the corner of his eye, but he didn't think much of it. He thought it was just a child playing with a balloon. With one giant heave, he blew his whistle long and clear. That's my cue, said James. Off I go. On the opposite side of Knapford Station, Harvey heard it as well. I guess I better get going, he said. Thank you, station master. No problem, says the station master, and with that, Harvey began to chug slowly out of Knapford Station. James was helpless as Harvey pulled in the opposite direction. What is the meaning of this? He said. Hey, whoever is that? Stop! Someone's pulling the train. Since Harvey was a tank engine, he had faster acceleration speed. Since James was a tender engine, he had a tire hop speed, but he couldn't get up to speed like Harvey. Help! Called James. Help! Someone's taking my train. The station master saw what was going on, but he was helpless. He didn't have a whistle and therefore couldn't warn Harvey. Harvey began to chug up Henry's tunnel. I can make it, he said. I can make it. The coaches were heavy. Help! Called James. Help! Someone's taking my train. I must stop them immediately. And with that, James gave a giant tug at the top of Henry's tunnel. It broke the coupling and James ran back through Knapford Station. Hooray! Called Harvey. Here we go. And with that, he was off to Teignmouth with his special coach. James was furious as he rolled through Knapford Station. Oh dear, said the guard. I've done something wrong here. James was red in the face. I must go catch my train, he said. I must. James began to back up, but the guard stepped in front of him. What's the meaning of this? Said James. I must go catch my train. Sorry, said the guard. It's against the rules. What rules? Show me your proof. And with that, the guard produced a very thick book. Where'd you get that at? Said James. It's the ThomasWoodenRailway Rules and Regulations Rulebook. I've never heard of such a thing, said James. You're lying. I'm not. It was issued this year by Sir Topham Hatt himself. It specifically states on page 712 that a tender engine, quote unquote, cannot proceed backwards as it is dangerous and also illegal. James was horrified. You mean I can't go get my train? Sorry, James, he said. It looks like Harvey's going to have to pull it. James was furious, but he knew he could not argue with the guard's logic. Harvey made it to Teignmouth and was soon at Elsbridge Station. He was very tired, but also very proud of himself. I can't believe I pulled the special train, he said. I feel so accomplished. Uh-oh, what are Sir Topham Hatt and Gordon doing here? I must investigate, and Harvey pulled up. Harvey, said Sir Topham Hatt, you're just the engine I'm looking for. Really? Said Harvey. Did I do something wrong? No, said Sir Topham Hatt. Yes, said Gordon. What do you mean, Gordon? Said Sir Topham Hatt. James was supposed to pull the special train. Harvey, why are you pulling it? He didn't show up, said Harvey. I was recruited by the station master. I was just sitting in the yard doing nothing, and, well, they called me over. Said Sir Topham Hatt. I see. Well, hold on a sec. Is this the special train with the VIP, very important passenger? Excuse me, I must go talk to them. And Sir Topham Hatt walked away. Well, said Gordon, it makes sense that James would miss a train a few times here and there, but a special train like this, I can't imagine him. Me neither, said Harvey. Well, Gordon, you can take over here if you want. All right, said Gordon. Let's just wait until Sir Topham Hatt gets back. And they did patiently. A few minutes later, Sir Topham Hatt walked back over. He had not looked happier. Well, Harvey, said Sir Topham Hatt, you obviously did a very fine job at pulling this train. Really? Said Harvey. Yes, said Sir Topham Hatt. The VIP, very important passenger, was, I don't have any words for it. She was ecstatic. Ecstatic? Said Harvey. Very surprised and very happy, said Gordon, smiling. Yes, said Sir Topham Hatt. She said that she would love to come back to the island of Sodor, and I thank you for making that possible. Oh, not a problem, sir, said Harvey. It's just, well, I was kind of thrown into it. James didn't show up or anything, so, well, yeah. Wonder whatever happened to James, said Gordon. I'm right here, said James crossly as he pulled in. Uh-oh, said Sir Topham Hatt. James, what are you doing here? Huh, said James. Harvey stole my train. I did, said Harvey. I didn't mean to. The station master recruited me. Yes, you did, said James. You pulled at the opposite end. The opposite end? Oh, dear, James. What? Said James crossly. You forgot about it again. Forgot about what? Remember on Wednesdays you depart from the opposite side of Knapford Station? No, I don't, you big bully wheels. It's just but James soon realized that he was actually at fault. Um, oh, I think you owe Harvey an apology, said Sir Topham Hatt, smiling. Still, he took my train. He was being a very useful engine, said Sir Topham Hatt. He was called into the line of duty, and well, he responded perfectly. Harvey, I am very impressed with you. James, on the other hand, you should have known better. I think a week in the yard shunting trucks should straighten out your boiler, if you get my meaning. James was furious, and he stormed away. He didn't even give you his apology, said Gordon. It's all right, said Harvey. Hey, Sir Topham Hatt, I've been meaning to talk to you about something. Yes, said Sir Topham Hatt. Well, I've been stuck in the yard recently a lot, and don't worry, said Sir Topham Hatt. That's what Gordon and I were talking about. I feel very bad that you've been stuck in the yard lately, Harvey. I didn't mean for it to happen, it's just I got caught up in other things. From now on, if there is an accident on Soda, the engines will be required to go find you first, before going to get the breakdown train. Really, said Harvey. Yes, said Sir Topham Hatt. Harvey, you are truly a very useful engine, and I'm sorry your job has been getting neglected. Well done, Harvey, said Gordon. You've proven yourself once again. This second chance of yours was probably the luckiest second chance an engine could ever have. Indeed, said Harvey. I've redeemed myself. Well, Gordon, I think it's time for you to go. Remember, this has to continue on. I'm no express engine. Gordon smiled. Yes, you are, he said proudly. You've done an excellent job. The VIP was very impressed with you pulling the train, obviously. Indeed, said Sir Topham Hatt, you have done a great deed to this railway, Harvey, and it would be an honor if you would pull the special train further. Really, said Harvey? You mean it? Absolutely, said Sir Topham Hatt. Now run along. I don't want you to be late. Are you sure, Gordon? Absolutely, said Gordon. I pull the express almost every day. A day off wouldn't hurt me here and there. All right, said Harvey. I'm just not sure about this, but I guess I can do it. Are you sure, sir? I'm fine with it, said Sir Topham Hatt. Off you go, Harvey. Away! And with that, Harvey pulled out of the station. He was very happy to pull the special train, but I think we can all agree that Harvey is much better suited to the job of a crane engine.